If you're lying in bed unable to sleep and just happen to stumble upon this episode of Wilderness Building designed for relaxation and sleep aid, congratulations, you're the newest visitor to the Collector's Haven. I suggest setting your phone's volume to a comfortable level and finding a cozy sleeping position, and let's enjoy this stress-relieving process together. Today, mountaineer Luca explored the mountains as usual. To make it through tonight in this high-altitude snowfield, he plans to find a place to take shelter. Soon, he spotted two millennium-old boulders next to each other that could effectively protect against the night's heavy winds. He immediately decided to slightly modify this spot to serve as tonight's shelter. The gap between the two large boulders was narrow, just right to create a temporary fireplace, with just a few stones stacked up and a chimney hole left open. At this point, the outdoor snowflakes became denser, fluttering and falling. Luca quickly went nearby and collected some dry branches. Having gathered enough fuel, he couldn't wait to light the fire with flint and carefully placed it in the fireplace. Then, putting in the right amount of dry wood, a roaring fire blazed up, bringing a touch of warmth to this icy, snowy world. Next, Luca began to work on building a wall. He collected many rocks from nearby. During this, he discovered a dry tree stump not far away, which was a rare quality fuel. He directly stuffed the tree stump into the fireplace. With the warm fireplace ready, Luca could now build comfortably. Considering the gaps between the rocks, Luca cleverly used mud to fill them. In doing so, the wall became not only more stable, but also effectively blocked the assault of strong winds. Before long, two thick angled walls clearly emerged before his eyes. Though the winter soil is ice cold and hard, this was hardly a challenge for the experienced Luca. He used the carbon residue from burning to heat the soil, which made the heated soil soft and effortless to dig. After completing the construction of the wall, Luca continued working with the clay. To build a cozy large bed, he first constructed the base using stones and mud. Then, he laid out carefully selected wild wood planks and topped them with a cushion he carried with him. Look at this indestructible door. Luca is sure to sleep well tonight. As for the roof of the shelter, he used an ancestral waterproof cloth, secured firmly with ropes after stabilizing with stones. To withstand timely strong winds, Luca further secured the edges of the roof with mud. After completing these tasks, Luca went nearby to gather some dry branches. There are enough branches to last him through the night securely. Finally, Luca sealed the door with a discarded bedsheet. Under the celebratory stretch of Ahuang, the shelter was successfully completed. He specially prepared a meal of chilled spare ribs for Ahuang. Ahuang has always liked this, and out of indulgence for Ahuang, Luca always accommodated his tastes. The well-prepared Luca plans to hold a snowy barbecue, arranging the charcoal meticulously. He placed the skewered meat on the charcoal to roast. Before long, a sizzling, fragrant skewer of meat was successfully cooked. Luca, who forgot to bring cumin, could only add a bit of the delicious northwesterly wind. As night fell and the cold wind grew fiercer, Ahuang and Luca both hid inside the shelter, lulled to sleep early by the warmth of the fireplace. The fierce snowstorm raged outside, but fortunately the boulders provided shelter for Luca. The next morning, the heavy snow from last night had completely covered the entire mountain area. Luca scooped some snow into his kettle and heated it over the charcoal. Without coffee, he could only drink some specially prepared tea. After finishing his morning tea, he began packing his belongings. Skilled in his movements, he neatly arranged each item and then set off with anticipation on the next leg of his mountain journey.